Good afternoon, Boulder, and welcome to sports. Let's get it going. The Buffs will head to SoCal this weekend to play the UCLA Bruins at the iconic Rose Bowl in Pasadena.
Everyone know I have chills and they're multiplying.
And I'm losing control.
Because the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. Coming up on sports, can the Buffs make it 2 in a row? I'll break it down for you next. Run at the Pac-12 Championships hosted by Washington State on Friday. The third-ranked women's team looks to capture a league title, and the top-ranked men's team is a win away from clinching its 5th straight Pac-12 crown. To the podium in front of their home fans. If Aaron Clark and Forrest Gump raced each other, Aaron Clark would win. That's how good we are. Yesterday, the new fraternity Delta Sigma Phi was supposed to be the first fraternity to rejoin the university. The Interfraternity Council, or IFC, convinced them not to. The IFC, which was formed 10 years ago after the death of Chi Psi pledge Gordy Bailey Jr., is the governing board for fraternities. Composed of 16 members from various fraternities, the IFC is trying to keep hold on frats as the university is trying to reestablish a relationship with fraternities.
Yeah, I mean, we're, as a campus, very committed to the idea of bringing affiliated fraternities back to campus.
Although Delta Sigma Phi chose IFC over the school, some members of the Greek system think it's a bad idea to stay affiliated with the council. A former fraternity representative, who preferred to remain anonymous, says there are major problems with the IFC.
It takes away from alumni involvement with the school. The fact that IFC had the ability to take away a new coming fraternity from the school is pretty crazy, how much power they have.
This change of heart was just a speed bump in the reconnection between the 16 fraternities and the university in the upcoming years. On the University Hill, I'm Nick Kern, News Team Boulder. Cepho Lufel back in the shotgun set. Throws a cross over the middle to Devin Ross, who breaks loose for 20 yards on the play. Diego Gonzalez hits the easy 21-yarder, and Buff fans everywhere want a salsa dance. Colorado down 7-3 on a big 3rd and 12 as Cepho scrambles to his right looking for an open receiver, tosses a cannon, touchdown Buffaloes! Colorado up 10-3. Tied at 10 in the fourth quarter, Lufel takes a quarterback draw up the middle and goes untouched into the end zone for a 7-point lead. Oregon State with one last chance. Nick Mitchell drops back, throws it behind the receiver, and it is picked off by Awuzie. That would seal the deal for the Buffs, and Cepho takes a knee to end the game. Coach Mack finally gets that W. Buffs win. To the bottom of the 5th and a tie ball game. 2 outs, and Eric Hosmer smacks a ball up the middle. Rios scores easily, and here comes Escobar from second, and he will score. Royals up 3-1. Out of men's and women's basketball, baseball, and football, only a combined 12.3% of all high school and college athletes will get drafted by professional sports teams. The lowest is women's basketball at 0.9%. The baseball team heads to Greeley on Saturday to play UNC. The boys in black are favored to win, with hitters Ryan McCulley and Ryan Michael returning to the lineup. On Sunday, UNC travels here to play a doubleheader starting at noon. All home games are played at Scott Carpenter Park on Arapahoe and 30th. Be sure to watch America's favorite pastime with America's favorite baseball team. Thanks for watching sports. Back to Vinny and Sarah.
Thanks, Nick. Vinny, looking forward to the game, right?
Definitely, Sarah. When we come back, billionaires in our backyard. Stay tuned.
From the school, there are nights like tonight when a game gets canceled because umpires can't show up because of money issues. The dues the players pay are supposed to cover the fee, but sometimes they're not enough. CU club athletes pay to play, which means they spend their own hard-earned cash to help fund their respective teams. Locker room after a confidence-boosting win against the UMass Minutemen. Quarterback Cepho Lufel threw for 168 yards, with 1 touchdown, with senior receiver Nelson Spruce catching 5 of the 15 passes made by the junior quarterback.
Well, I won't be going trick-or-treating. I'm afraid of ghosts.
Oh, come on, Joe. Get in the Halloween spirit. Just bundle up, dress as a ghost.
Yeah, Joe, I'm going to be dressed up. This guy. The Buffs win a football game. More after the break.
Wow.
That's great.
In a CU uniform, transfer guard Josh Fortune is excited to finally get a chance to show the Buffs what he can do. Fortune transferred from Providence last year and had to sit out a year due to NCAA rules. Now Josh hopes that the Buffs' fortune will turn around. He plays next on Halloween night at home versus Missouri State. Wear your costumes. I'm going as a squinting sports anchor. The Mets will face the Royals in the World Series, and yesterday was the mandatory media day all players must attend. Game 1 starter Matt Harvey, known by his teammates as the Dark Knight, talks about a successful season and finally being healthy. We have for sports. Thanks for putting up with me. Back to the news.
Thanks, Nick. And
but an increase in screening could make it harder for them to gain entry into the states. 31 governors are not in support of letting Syrian refugees in the country after the Paris attacks last week. But those numbers are expected to go up. Obama has called to welcome 10,000 refugees to the United States next year. Colorado was one of only 18 states to accept Syrian refugees without extended screening. Governor John Hickenlooper says it is not the governor's legal duty to decide who enters their state. The 2-5 Chargers haven't had the best season, and with a brand new multi-million-dollar stadium about to be approved in Los Angeles, it doesn't look good for the Chargers faithful. Whatever happens, stay classy, San Diego. Now to the men that wear ice skates. The CU men's hockey team took on CSU Friday night. That's all we have from the great big world of sports. Back to these two.